Hello and welcome to Video DNA, where the English is bad and the tutorials are good. I'm Yatabib and today I'm going to show you this mind-blowing shot or scene that I had the chance to work on. And this is less a tutorial and more like a showcase on how I approached this and how I created this. So let's go to the beginning of it. So this is the regular shot. So don't listen, we need to put a cave in here. And I said, okay, yes, because most of the time I do screen replacements and some car green screens and some, usual stuff. But from time to time, from episode to episode, there is one scene or one shot that I really like to work on because it uses most of my intellectual and creative skills. So I'm gonna walk you through step by step, layer by layer, what happened so I can go from this to this. And it took some time. So let's go with the beginning. I'm gonna go, it's a little messy, sorry for that, but let's go layer by layer. So I have the cave layer, which is pretty straight up layer that was taken from some footages that they filmed in other caves. So I have some textures to work on, and I built a few of them with a few texture adjustments. So the first one is the base, the other one is for more diversity, and this one is so it could be a little bit more lit. So let's jump. Yeah, these are the masks. Let's go to the next one. So this one is for the bottom, and I have concrete over here, which is just a little patch of this side because I needed this also, because when it opens up, you can see the green behind it. So a little patch of concrete over here. So now it begins to be interesting. So when the cars are getting inside the cave, you need to create the lights and how they hit the cave. And actually, the interesting part of it, this is not the same texture. This is another texture of the cave with more light on it. So I took the footage and created some effects in Photoshop so it will look like it's lit from the side. So, and then I needed to create an expansion from this, and this is actually based on this layer. So this is the alpha of this layer, and it moves and behaves like lights. So it's like two textures of light and how light looks when it hits. And it took some Google searching before I can approach and create this fairly easy textures. And what they do is they move as the car, approximately as the car. It doesn't have to be precise because the car always jumps, and it's like it's a Jeep. So, it's like a big ship. So it bounces really nice. And this is the alpha for the cave texture, so the lit cave. And I have also a mask on it. So it looks like a shadow from something over here that will look like later on the pillar layers. So these are the light layers, and I have another light layer over here of the Jeep in front of it. And again, the same thing, it takes another texture of a light hitting the wall from the side, and you can only see it where the light hits it. So without the alpha, it would look like this. So this is the same cave with a few effects that made it look more lit. So let's go to our next layer. So this is, I don't know what this is. Yeah, okay, this is the red. So I need to go by layer name, yeah. This is the red. So when the car enters, the red light behind it lit the wall in red color. So it's the same texture, but only covered in red. So it's some color adjustments on them, and I have the red texture. The same technique for the lights in the front but in behind, and of course the texture was colored in red. Okay, so for the next layer, and I have the pillar. So the pillar is just a copy of this wall from inside, because you cannot enter a cave without something that supports it. So I duplicated a pillar so it will sit inside like this, and some color changes so it will be darkened on this side, and another side of the pillar would make it a bit brighter, and another part of the pillar so it will be a little bit reddish, mostly when they go through it. And now I have this adjustment layer that creates some more contrast, and another adjustment layer, and another one for this area, and the base plate. And now I have the reflection layer, which is pretty cool. This is the reflection on the back. I will go back to the base plate in a few minutes. So this is the reflection of the car. So I wanted to create a reflection of the cave from above. So it's just a texture that moves like this. And I created a few alphas for this, so it will not be bad looking as it is now. And another rear window and adjustment layer and a key. Okay, so the key helps it be only in one area, so you can see it over here. Now you can see the cave inside the layer, and the key is exactly as we saw in episode 4 of green screen, with the alpha and all the layers inside, and I need to do a lot of things so it will work as good. So there were a lot of parts and a lot of manual keying and manual rotoscoping, because this green was pretty difficult, but we'll not go to the details. I don't think you can learn something from it because it's a green screen of once in a while, so I'm not gonna go into it. Make me. I really like this layer. Okay, so let's go back to the base plate. So if I kind of go to half so we can see it better, it takes a lot of time to render this. So if I turn it off, you can see that we have a lot of strange edges and a few details that went missing. But when I turn it on, a lot of features go back. His beard, his suit, the window shades. And this is a pretty interesting layer because when you look at it, it's only this area of this frame grayed out and multiplied. That's it. So what this layer does for me is creating some extra detail, especially in the dark areas that went missing. And details. There are some lines over here. I think it's like chains or something, so you can open the garage manually. And this is this layer, the dark solid. These are two stripes that create this again, because I could not bring it back without hurting a lot of things behind it. And eventually the base color, and we end up with this pretty cool shot. So I had so much fun working on it, except the rotoscoping part. I didn't like it even a bit. So only 3 shots, and I think I had like 50 or 60 shots on this episode, and I think these 3 shots took 60% of my time, and all the other shots took the other 40. So when you get a shot like this, you're pretty lucky and you're gonna have fun with it, but pay attention, it will take some time. So plan your days, how much you work on it, because this shot I was working, I think 1 to 2 hours a day until I could finish it a week later. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this showcase, and I really liked it. I really enjoyed this. These are the shots that reminds me why I'm in this business. So I hope you enjoy watching this as much as I enjoy doing this. And I'm gonna see you next week. Have a good one.